What's going on, everyone? It's Jay here. Before the video starts, I want to attempt to make a very brief update. So, in the past week, basically, I was at work trying to clean out my computer that I built myself, and I had a hard drive that I wanted to swap everything from one place to the other. This said hard drive had all my information on it that had to do with editing, Photoshop, trailers, scenes, but mostly a lot of pictures that I have edited myself for my videos. That being said, I dropped that hard drive. And if you guys aren't aware, that would usually damage the hard drive. To be in specific, I damaged the actuators, which is what reads the hard drive itself. So, I just want to let you guys know that in addition to me not really making too many videos, I am now even more pushed back because the hard drive that had all my data on it to make these videos with pictures and stuff like that is not usable. Now, I am a repair tech, so it is possible that I might be able to repair this, but I would need to find the very, very specific actuators for this very specific hard drive. So until then, just bear with me because the video will probably be not intensely edited with pictures and stuff like that, just minorly edited with some pictures. So just bear with me even more than what you probably were already. Now let's get on with this analysis. What's going on, everyone? It's Jay here. So I'm here with a new video finally. I hope you guys enjoy this one. This one is actually going to be a video theorizing on the new picture that came out rather a few weeks ago, of the new illustration of the new 5 Union Cross foretellers or leaders. They're not really foretellers, but they kind of are the new ones if you really can catch up with the story. Obviously, you can kind of look at them as if they are because they are the new leaders of the new unions in the new world to come after the original Keyblade War. To get you guys up to speed, if you guys don't already know, and this should be common knowledge now, Lauriam is the 5th leader in the Union Cross. He actually replaced Strelitzia, who has died but possibly has come back, and we will get into that right now. So to start off this theory video, I want to talk about Lauriam. Lauriam is holding a dandelion very similar to the Master of Masters, and I also feel like this is possible symbolism that he is the new trader and has a grasp of the dandelions. Not only that, but his vest actually shapes out to be an X, which I actually want to talk about a little later. I also want to talk a little bit more about Lauriam later, but that's really just the base of what I want to start off with. This next part is actually based off of my own theory that the person in the black coat is actually Strelitzia's nobody. If you look very closely under the hood, it looks like there are actually bangs where the hair is. I feel like they do also look slightly feminine. But if we also tie in the bleeding heart flower that the person is holding with its symbolism for the color of petals being white, it symbolizes purity and innocence while also representing a recent tragic death of a beautiful girl or woman. That being said, I do think that someone with the Keyblade possibly stabbed Strelitzia in the chest, and in turn, just the same way that it happened with Braig in Dream Drop Distance and everyone else, she was able to remain consciousness just a little bit before her heart floated from her body and her regular form vanished, and then she then became a nobody after the Keyblade War. I do not think that that is Lushu under the cloak. I also kind of want to just point out, if you guys haven't realized, notice how in the picture it evens out to 7 characters from the Union Cross that are important, corresponding to the 7 Guardians of Light. Nomura just loves to add that hint in there, always 7. In addition to what I say about the characters being very important, because 5 of these characters on this picture are the new foretellers or the new leaders after the destruction of the original world, and they're now the leaders of the new world to come after the initial Keyblade War. I feel like this picture, it almost gives me a feeling that this is the true 5. This is where it all truly begins. The foretellers that we knew before were only pieces to a bigger plan where these 5 selected people are new leaders for the world to come after the original one was destroyed. And because of that, that gives me the feeling that also with those 5 being in this picture, I think that the cloaked person is Strelitzia because she was the one person who was supposed to be the fifth leader before Larium was selected, or rather, forced his way into the leadership. Or at least that's what I think. I do think it was obviously Larium who probably killed Strelitzia. Another thing that I really want to point out in this picture is that Scold's eyes are definitely yellow, very, very similar to Xehanort. I don't know if there's going to be a connection there, but I really, really feel like that there could be. I just haven't cracked the code to this connection possibly. We also finally get a good look at Blaine, which, by the way, his real name is Brain. I really don't know what Nomura was thinking. Whose name is Brain? Someone who whose name is Brain? But nonetheless, we finally get a look at Brain. While this illustration doesn't really give us much to base off of, we do get to see the design of how his hair looks. And first off, that it is black instead of gray, like I originally thought, and it is indeed slightly similar to the way Zexion or Ienzo's hair is, but it is definitely not him. And then at the bottom we do see Ventus sitting down. Speaking of Ventus, this is also where I want to start talking about the theory and grow on it from my own perspective. This is based off of my original theory that Ventus may have been thrown or put into the realm of darkness, and that is how he is in the current Kingdom Hearts timeline. It is confirmed in this picture that you can definitely see that his hair is much, much shorter than what it originally is in the current timeline, and that he doesn't look much older in the time that he is in with now. That being said, I think that he was thrown into the realm of darkness, and he only aged just barely, or if anything, he didn't age much at all because time did not flow, but his hair definitely grew. And now, finally, this theory that I'm about to come with is basically based on the fact that it's possible Larium was turned into a nobody at some point in the Union Cross timeline, and then from that point, he did not age and continued to be a nobody throughout time until the current Kingdom Hearts series. That information was only recently brought to my attention, that in an interview with Nomura way back when, nobodies do not age at all when they are turned into nobodies. I think that this could be very, very logical and possible only because that if this is indeed Strelitzia on the right in the black coat, and that is her nobody form, it is very, very possible that Larium definitely did kill her or stabbed her in the chest with his Keyblade, and possibly throughout this new story of Union Cross, he comes to find out that she is still alive in a bodily form, where he learns of this and he finds out the truth, possibly turning himself into a nobody and continues to live on. Like I said, Larium has a vest that is literally in the shape of an X, and he is holding a dandelion like a master would. If that doesn't scream Xehanort or Seeker of Darkness, or simply being extremely important, I don't know what would. Other than that, guys, there's not really much else that I can really base anything on, any other theories about this picture. It is a really, really great illustration. There's actually not really much that I talked about Ephraimir, only that he is in the dead center, and he looks the most serious out of everyone, other than Strelitzia. But if that is Strelitzia inside the cloak, and she is a nobody, she's obviously not going to have any feelings, at least in the beginning. So, of course, she's going to be very straight-faced and very sad. Ephraimir being in the middle makes me feel like he's going to definitely be the very centerpiece of the whole Union Cross plotline, and he is obviously looking to be the leader of this new group. A lot of responsibilities are going to be held upon him, so he is just preparing for the worst, I feel like. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this theory video. If you did, definitely leave a like up and subscribe if you're not already. Also, let me know if there was anything that I may have missed, or maybe that you guys possibly noticed yourselves in the comments. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.